When superheroes speak, we listen. They're super, right? Any Marvel movie fans here? Yeah. When I saw the trailer for Deadpool 2, I had to pause it after he said, "I'm sorry I'm late. I was busy rounding up all of the gluten in the world and sending it off into space, where it could never not hurt anyone ever again." Did you hear that dig against gluten-free? Ryan Reynolds, who plays Deadpool, once tweeted, and I quote, "People in LA are so deathly afraid of gluten. I swear to God you could rob a liquor store in this city with a bagel." Hyperbole much? This man is a gluten-free skeptic, which is sad, really, because he's making fun of something, gluten sensitivity, that is pervasive throughout the human population, and in terms of celiac disease, can be deadly. Research has revealed gluten sensitivity to be the fire that fuels many medical problems by causing inflammation at the cellular level. Most degenerative diseases, from Alzheimer's disease to atherosclerosis to psoriasis, begin with cellular inflammation. For example, 22-year-old man diagnosed with dystonia, no known cure. It's when your muscles spasm uncontrollably, painfully. His doctors gave him Botox injections to no real avail. He went gluten-free. 9 months later, cured. 66-year-old man struggled with migraines, 30 years on all kinds of medications. Took gluten out of his diet, had dramatic improvement, and got off almost all of his medications. Kids with ADHD improve on a gluten-free diet, and research has shown they improve all 12 markers of ADHD. And this is no thanks to Ritalin or Adderall. The Mayo Clinic links gluten with dementia. Many people of a certain age are getting their lives back by removing gluten from their diet. Yes, there are drugs that can help you manage many of these diseases. But why take a drug to manage your disease when you can reverse it by removing an inflammatory protein from your diet? Gluten is a sticky protein that's naturally found in some grains, like rye, barley, wheat, and it's become a staple in the Western diet in things like breads, cakes, cereals, pasta, everyday stuff that also can cause migraines, brain fog, joint pain, and other nasty conditions. Grains are a biologically recent food, and they've also been altered by the widespread use of chemical pesticides, herbicides, genetic engineering, and the problem is our bodies haven't adapted in stride. Yet we've known about gluten's superpower for centuries. The ancient Romans were known as the wheat empire. They fed their soldiers, they paid their soldiers in wheat rations. They used wheat deprivation as punishment. Their whole society revolved on the availability of wheat because they knew, they discovered gluten's opioid-like power, causing addiction, made people happy and lethargic. So they implemented the bread and circus strategy. Free bread, wild entertainment, distract and control the masses. Anyone who has ever tried to quit gluten understands what I'm talking about. Because gluten sensitivity can kind of feel like you're quitting a drug. Most people, the general population, thinks about bread as a comfort food. Have you ever said, oh my God, this bread is to die for. I could never give up bread. There's no way. I love bread. Kind of indicative of wheat's narcotic properties. Functional nutrition expert and my personal mentor, Andre Nakayama, tells the story of her son, young teenager. He was raised gluten-free, and he says one day, Mom, when I go to college, I'm going to eat gluten. To that, she responded, I would rather you smoke pot than eat gluten. He never ate gluten. She did receive some angry phone calls from parents. All that to say, cannabis aside, let's not throw shade at gluten-free lifestyles in movies that millions of people see. Ryan Reynolds. What about picking on the ridiculous and expensive drugs instead? Or do the commercials with these long, insane lists of deadly side effects provide comedy enough? Ryan Reynolds and Deadpool. Ha ha! Very funny. But you are confusing political bias with science. Get it right next time, or we're going to have to invent a superhero to save us from all of your food shaming.